skill. Also, long spawns in current meta are such a huge part of the game, so some of that you could call RNG. I mean, for the T side, we saw how 9Z continuously plastered the B site with those attacks over and over again on Mirage, and it is kind of a map on Dust2 where you can do a similar thing. So it's a map you can keep it very simple. 9Z look very good right now, very warm. paiN not on their level on Mirage, and I wonder if they're feeling the heat a little bit coming into Dust2, knowing that, yeah, this map is really scary to play some days. If it's just such, I feel like such a confidence map.
Man like Lucan, highest rated player at the end of Mirage. We'll see if he can transition that performance into Dust2. Could certainly help. But 9Z will start off on the defense, and paiN will take this to B out the gates. They had a very forward B spawn. They don't actually run straight through the site. They're just going to play it a little slower, a little smoother, perhaps. DGT pries into lower tunnels, finds that contact. And Lucan actually falls out of the B site. He's kind of flirting with the idea of helping in mid.
Interesting. Kind of, they're posturing for the cat split, but we can see because DGT was comfortable enough to stay up here, and he's going to not see any Ts coming anytime soon. So CTs might start thinking, okay, B, and here's the door smoke coming out.
Smoke should screw with Lucan. Falls onto rocks. He's playing behind the car, comes out, head's not turned, will get Nithon at the very least. Lucan was able to attack this as well. Quick flank between Max and DGT.
Oh, they've got a game plan that extends to Dust2.
That's a feels-good pistol.
They completely called out the fake. DGT was the one whisk of the round. And the actual irony of that big box smoke that they throw is that if DGT is on there, he can now peek to the top of mid without having to worry about lower killing him. So it even strengthens that position. And that's definitely a call out as far as I'm concerned. So really well done from 9Z. And also, we saw some evidence for why you should never use the P2K. That silenced USP missed like 12 bullets almost, and still was able to get the kill because it just couldn't hear him.
Just total confusion. Lucan sees a fight top mid. Biguzera gonna find him with his head turn. The top player comes back at the peak. This is not the hill you want to die on, DGT. He's fragged, he's blinded, and he will still escape.
That worked out actually way better than it could have, for sure. But that smoke probably saved his life as they jumped up on Xbox. And we actually, you know, just saw some utility getting expelled. I don't know if that flash was from the CT side. It looks like the T still have some to work with. But a 5v4 is what's most important. Now, the one thing is they only leave an MP9 on the top of Cat. That's something you got to consider when you're buying. You know, if you die, what guns are you leaving for your opponents?
Which guns move where? Who's the risk?
This is kind of crazy because right now they're halfway out of mid doors, but they're going back towards long, which doesn't look like any kind of normal split. So I wonder if the two mid guys are just going to end up going up Cat, or if they're actually just going to walk out mid and try to shut down the rotators. In any case, these two on A are the people we have to watch and pay attention to.
Flash on long is heard. Remember, just the pistols to try and push down long. Max is looking to get that Vomus into the right position at the right time. David on site eats the flash. That's going to make things difficult. And PKL with the P250. Now the site is clear. Max tries to come up to the CT smoke. The AUG in mid also dies. And now 2v5. Jumping Vomus. That's desperate. The split comes through. And paiN will take this back.
Oh man, what a rambunctious round. Those two players they had no idea would be there, I guess from their perspective, it was just going to be the full long. That looked very weird, and I can understand why they got caught off in a number of positions. Of course, if the aim was a little bit better, they could have dealt with that, but pure merit and credit to paiN for figuring out how to make those CTs as uncomfortable as possible. I think the very clear thing they should have done in that spot is even in the 4v5, trusted a retake setup, gone for hold on to cat control, and they would have had 2 targets to kill in that spot. And they would have also had a way for their remaining player to rotate in through mid.
Scouts, 3 Deagles. Can they force buy it back? Or 9Z going to be in the exact same boat they put paiN in? at the start of their map pick. It's an Ogden pit at the very least. Not the tool you want to give Knife on.
Well, upper control gets taken over. Oh, Lucan kills Knife in the pit. Now the split is still coming up towards A. If Rox actually goes back into this, and now you've got to think, okay, they're thinking about B, surely. Actually, no, they're still pressing up Cat. They're getting really split up, but there's still 45 seconds, so they can change the plan if they'd like to. Nekes will find another one inside B, and now it's definitely game time to rotate over there.
That's the strat locked in. That's the call to action for the bomb to come crossing over. They still had time to go for that second one.
Yeah, I will say paiN have found a way to get into very strange spots that are hard to read for 9Z. Carrying forward a couple of scouts, never a bad idea. Actually, I changed my mind. Scout's the best gun in the game.
You've changed. I mean, in your hands, maybe. And Lucan's as well, apparently. nine Z with 2 recorded Dust2 games on HLTV. Won a 16-13 win over Leviathan, and then a 16-13 loss versus MIBR at this RMR. Small sample size. Meanwhile, you know, 9Z, they're going to have a good game plan to counter that at paiN. There's been 2 moments in this series so far where, like, I see a certain strategy where I'm like, okay, that's a good call out. There was a Molotov on Nekes when he was playing on Tetris Mirage A site. Perfect split out Palace. It just worked. And then this very first pistol round that for a second I believed. I was like, yep, 9Z 2-0. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. They've got, but now obviously paiN's comfort. It goes so deep on this map. You know, paiN are the favorites.
I'm starting to see why they're so hard to play against.
The series would be an upset for 9Z, but this map is just a massive. Oh my, hold on.
Yeah.
The AUG doesn't even get the kills. It's the 2 scouts. hardzao is going to take DGT off long. That could bring the bomb back, but it's still 4v3.
Oh, they're hearing all the CTs run. These rotations are just so rambunctious from the CT side, and their pushes as well.
It's like overly excited.
It is. And they're not aware of when they can be heard. Now, I mean, it's an even spread, I think. Is there still a scout on the A site, or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So David's pretty comfy in this spot. Nothing, like, presence-wise towards Cat. You don't like seeing CTs up here, especially when you don't have either Cat or Long, but in this specific position, it looks like it might just be fine. I think one great shot makes a difference here.
David will definitely be given a chance. He lands it. That's Nekes at least on 10 HP at this point. And everybody else still has guns! Max, he will kill Nekes in the back. Rock's entirely smoked off this close-range scout. Oh!
Wow.
That could have been something special.
Flank him long is very quick, and it's also an AUG.
This could still work out quite wonderfully for 9Z. Lucan comes around that corner, kills hardzao. Now it's just the bomb planter, and everybody knows it. Big Uzera trying to keep tabs on that second CT. The one that he knows is on long actually gets both duels. Lucan picks this up. A 5-1 start on Dust2. The scouts come through this round with that one saved AUG. Nice buy up around it. Not an all-in, but just enough to keep this game tied early.
Yeah, they don't bottom out. They just invest kind of very tastefully around the guns that they have, and they put them to good use. And that late long flank is great. I want to give credit to 9Z for not being scared of some of the full flanks they're going for under the tunnels play that they made, the long push. But at the same time, on Dust2, I mean, number one, I mean, a huge flank can lock in a round, but at the same time, rotations are so fast, you don't always need to go for the full flank. And from what we've seen so far from paiN, it looks like a lot of their T-side philosophy on this map is spread out a lot, open up options a ton. So even if we lose players, you can catch lurks constantly. Oh, transfer the off shot to go in. Knife dropped it. Not an easy one, to be fair, but there was a moment. Yeah, but to be honest, I think a little bit more composure from 9Z will be a good remedy to their former ailments, because paiN have just been lurking their asses off. And shout out to Nekes for getting a lot of those kind of jackknife frags.
Yes.
In scary situations. Wow, this is also very scary. Ooh. Oh my god, he continues to jump spot, and I don't know if he saw this last one. Yeah, he did.
Oh, David's wild.
That's crazy. They really wanted to win that and get him back, so.
Nithon won't be given anybody to shoot at. David decided to stop dancing on the door and instead lock in, but he's left alone. Lucan feeling as though he needs to move that up closer towards the cat hold, which is the majority's number.
This guy's just not scared, man. He doesn't fall off again, and
he says, try me.
Yeah. I think he did try the full flank last round, got punished for it, but will he call the bluff? I mean, he's just seen so much emphasis to try to get him off this angle.
That smoke makes him nervous. Fifth player, and Nekes now looking to come join paiN. It's 4 in on Cat. Smokes will screw with Lucan. He's trying to find him over top. Good lineup from DGT. He only takes the one. It's the sniper's turn to dish out impact. He's going to go ahead and watch those long doors, still so nervous that somebody's over there. And now there's an opening for Nekes. If he were to flank into CT spawn, that could be huge. Bombs down. Catwalk works out wonderfully for paiN. They get past Lucan. 0 op kills, and Nithon just gets tapped away by David. hardzao over towards the Gandalf. He's looking to hold off top ramp. Max is dead. Woo, look at them go.
God damn.
David with the double.
They are fragging. That shot on Nithon, I mean, he believed in it. I'm standing here. I have the op. I'm supposed to win. You have just an AK. You're too far away. I will kill you. And it ends up with 1 bullet between the eyes.
They were so certain that retake would work, and they didn't drop a single player once it got rolling.
That's well done. That was well done.
David, how does he do this? Headshot for the first. Continues up. And paiN's swings out into him.
1 mag, basically, for all those 3 kills. David's got a lot of confidence.
9Z have a lead. And a chance to extend it as paiN will limp into this with the half-buy.
Is this the Copenhagen Flames of South America?
That's what I'm saying. We have to always remember that with every major cycle, there is that team that comes in from the, RMR or the minor or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And just kind of exceeds all expectations. And we're gonna celebrate if 9Z qualify for the major. That is reason to be jubilant if you're a 9Z. But then you have a tempered expectation. Good for them. They accomplished something new, but next thing you know, you're on the brink of being top 16. Max, easy 2-piece. Brox will offer one as well from the window. They completely evacuate the B site. Brox doubles back to just kill the players in smoke. Nothing for their efforts or their half-buy. paiN fall entirely flat.
And it's 9Z with, what, 2 Dust2 losses so far? That's it?
A 1-1. They
1-1.
beat Leviathan 16-13.
Gotcha. Okay.
In March.
Money's incredibly good, and this is when the CT side is the strongest on Dust2. Obviously, the map leans a little bit like T side, but everything has become more CT sided with the drop grenades. And with that, though, means that momentum is very important because everything is so expensive on CT side. If you can afford it, you have huge advantages. If you don't have those extra pieces of utility, well, your advantage is basically completely gone. In this position, 9Z have enough money on everybody to do whatever they want. We don't seem very sure about the... Oh, yeah, no, he's going to watch it, but the spray is really rough, and hardzao wins that kill with long control. The refrag attempt will come out. DGT.
Ooh, they peek.
Won't get killed on the cross. Could he? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Thought he was going to get a second one. Little bit of info. Well, these are the spots that paiN have been really good, I'd say.
Initially, I didn't even think he was going to get the first.
Set up that flash nicely. My
Beautiful little bank.
Oh, he's stuck now.
Woo! Almost snaps it, but not going to happen. Big Uzera dropping the Opper. A-site wide open. Only the cat retake possible, and Max loses half of his health. But look at this lock-in from Big Uzera. You never see that coming.
Yeah.
And Nithon ends it as Rox tries to go for that long wraparound. So ultimately, it's the blue fight that gets a little too awkward for David. He drops the ball initially.
Yeah, some rough sprays there. A little scary to try to retake long in that way, just one rifler after another. I don't think they even had support flashes for that re-aggressing, so don't seem to be happy with taking over cat control, even though they had an op up there. Also, Lucan makes a mistake and falls off the ledge. I'm not sure if that was just a bad step, or if he was just trying to go a little bit wider to see if anybody had been on the left, but that locks him into getting killed if he misses. And, well, he misses.
Fast moves from Nekiz.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he saw them, but they saw him.
Yeah, they saw him.
Oh, Nekiz.
Jesus.
Clean double kill. Lucan stuck over towards the car. Nekiz does have a Molotov and a smoke in front of Lucan for him to try and work.
Is so good.
He hit that shot.
Yeah, he does. And he has a molly in his hands as well. Now, this smoke won't last forever.
A temporary safety net for Lucan. He has rocks nearby who could offer him another smoke. He could keep Lucan in this position for at least a little longer, but not for the minute 10 that's still on the clock.
They don't molly car properly. They don't push him out with this. They don't have enough utility to keep trying that. He's still alive. They have long control, but they don't have car.
There's a molly destined for him. Now Rox is going to help him out. Oh, but he tries to peek in front of it, and that's his end. Rox also then dies, extending outwards. This long battle goes the way of paiN. A war of attrition that 9Z just didn't have the resources to survive. Max, good nade.
Yeah, great nade.
Lands right on Nekiz. That's something in the 1v4. But from this point forward, it should be paiN to tie us up 4 rounds each. Max needs to go for the save. And that long fight, back-to-back rounds, it's going to be paiN to come out on top.
I don't think Lucan actually sensed the opportunity he had there to stop their sight hit entirely. Like, car is the most important part of the map for them to make sure that they can remove as they start to scale. As you can see from the minimap, it's the only part of long that juts out to the right. There's no other cover along that entire wall. So with that little cubby and an op in place, you can take a number of different fights over and over again, as long as you can keep extinguishing the Molotovs. And they actually did offer him that. And instead of just playing back and just showing them that he's alive, he decided to come out for that early duel. Hey, if he won it, then not only would they stay alive, but paiN would probably lose the round. But still, that risk ends up not paying off. And now we have paiN back in the driver's seat. No op can be purchased again here for 9Z.
Look at the second one. Bop! David busted by Nekiz. Last second track from Nython. Needs to be Max's A1S to do anything. And oh, that's not the way you want to start. paiN with the easy first pickup.
Mid crosses were supposed to be more fun, but they still aren't. They just are not still.
If anything, it's just less fun, because now as a T, you can't even abuse it.
Yes.
You know, you got to work harder.
Right.
We're doing the same thing, but we got to work harder.
Yes.
David could offer us something. No. Molotov going to cancel out his position. Frag, though, well timed. PGL taken to 60. Where's that M4 gotten off to? It's positioned behind car. So, barring a split into the B bomb site, this should be easy sailing for paiN. No waves. Neck is ready to just jump out through the edge of the smoke. It's a little bit poofy. Rox, yeah, he sensed that that was a problem. And the A1S now shows its hand, but paiN are still coming towards it. They've got Big Uzera to cut off those rotates. Yeah, they've got second thoughts. Why run to the gun when instead you can head to A, open for the taking. As the CTs stack up inside their spawn, there will be zero contest whatsoever for 9Z to offer paiN, a 5th on the board, and a 1-round lead back in their pocket.
Yeah, paiN's still looking good, but having to work overtime. It's so hard to differentiate yourself from your opponents on this map sometimes. It's got to be constantly creative. Do you know the algorithm to solve a Rubik's Cube?
No.
Okay.
E equals MC squared.
No.
It's not that?
No.
Damn. How many decimals do you know when it comes to pi?
3.1 1496 to 8487993 6, and then I forgot.
I'm impressed.
I just lied. That was all a lie.
I'm no longer impressed. Nithon, good pickup. Caused problems. As if holding one M4 in that round on 9Z's end wasn't a problem already. What's Rox got to offer us here? Oh, Nithon, he can feel you! Woo! Just shoot. Just shoot, kill him. But he holds off. Rox isn't comfortable here, dude. Burn to the other side of the tunnel's peak. Zera slips out through middle. Lucan's trying to hold the mid-split from car on A site. hardzao is going to grab that bomb to double it back towards B. Rox is going to have to give us some sort of a hold. EGT's in sight behind him.
This is very risky.
Super dangerous game.
These are kind of wide shoulders as well.
Oh, hey! Now he throws it, and they have to wait. At least for a moment. Frag grenade.
Good.
Decent. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, makes the headshots that much more valuable. DGT then going to throw the follow-up. Now he's got hands busy, and
yeah.
Rox is dead. Oh, that's instantaneous. The moment they're able to exit, getting through those incendiaries, and the B site just gets deleted.
I do not like how Rox played that.
Tell me why.
That because, I mean, first of all, the way he was spotting with that Molotov just was super dangerous because he has to go back around the box to escape, and he's peeking very wide. So if an op peeked, he could have just died doing that in the first place. Op goes on the ground, there's one player. And then his fallback is just to go around the box and then swing out wide from a very close angle onto T's who are just going to immediately start scaling, and had to flick incredibly wide. I mean, that didn't look very promising at all, even before he attempted it. So not a huge fan of that. Playing back a car, even if he had played there before, it's just better, I would say. Or just tucked into the cubby as well.
Nice flash, good trades. Sweeping away what was left of 9Z. It's going to be Lucan to try and hang on for dear life. One more peek. Oh, and PKL drops all the guns out of the hands of 9Z.
That's enormous. Yeah, good to catch those reactions. Those moments matter a lot, especially when you're doing all the math and figuring out how much your opponents can afford next round. And sometimes, even if a fourth is possible, you're not even going to attempt it if one player doesn't have the gun they saved. So it's something you don't have to think about next round.
Feels like paiN just have 9Z's number.
Oh, there's an op here.
And a scout. Which one's better? You never really know.
Yeah. You know, if the op cost $1,700, it'd be better, but...
That's called balance.
Scout has the highest ceiling in the game because if you hit a headshot, it's instant, and it has the scope. But that's the hardest part, obviously. I guess the other cool part is, I mean, you hit someone for 70 damage, one pistol. That's it.
Yep.
So, and with Dust2, you can run around, tag them a lot. And even though you don't actually just run faster with a scout, when you're scoped in, it looks like it.
Ooh.
You feel like you're moving incredibly fast.
Now, Max could already have been dead to those grenades. Maybe the scout will still be given a chance. But we get this grouping, this clumping of T's outside of the doorways. David, nope, nothing. Deagle on the headshot. DGT gonna give it his damnedest, but kills are there for hardzao. And he's just been having fun this game. 9 and 5 at the moment. Max, nope. Scout will not come into fruition, and so Lucan is on the save mission. And that save gonna be made difficult by a man like Nekes. But will he expect a second? Looks like he just turns all of his attention away.
Oh, man. Lucan's going to have a very scary save right now. I mean, they have so much time to look for him. Do they know he's opping?
He just has to be quiet.
He does have to be very quiet.
They'll never find him.
But they're literally like all kind of looking in his direction a little bit.
Oh, I can hear the footsteps.
Oh my God, they might let him live. Yeah, it's the hostage on your back. It's like...
That's why I never pick up the hostages. I just let them die.
It's terrifying. And you move slower. I hate that.
Yeah.
Okay, they're about to come in.
No, he's got it, dude. He's got it. Woo!
All right.
Op is held on to, and we'll see if that has any
Ramifications.
Yes.
They don't know that he had it, I don't think.
He slips away with it.
Look at these rich tees right now. Nython 13K.
Yeah, terrorism pays.
Yes, 10K on PKL. They can buy forever, and everything's always on sale. Molotov's $400, man. What is that about?
That seems like inflation.
Yeah, deflation or? You know.
I don't. Why can I? Why
Oh,
can
you mean
I,
in general that just being so
Yeah.
expensive? I was thinking about compared to incendiaries.
Okay, that's
being
better.
like $600.
Yeah.
Like, man, these things are so expensive.
But I mean, like that's like fire in a can.
That's
you know?
true.
How do they do that?
right. Yeah.
I understand the
one's like
science of a
homemade.
Molotov. I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, I mean, I could literally make a Molotov.
Yeah. Exactly.
And now the CIA is watching.
Yeah. You're on a list. But the yeah, incendiaries, they look cool. Harder to make.
Neck is gonna run right out.
Oh
with
my
all-
God.
dude! What is this? Dude, they are so confident when it comes to these A plays. It's like they own long, and they know it, and they feel it. Max gets shredded. Big Uzera will fall. At least we've got something, and no
Oh.
fallback given. Lucan will nab Nekis on the retreat.
One in the butt.
So that's a way for 9Z to get man advantage. Mid-kill as the solo door push comes through from Big Uzera. And Nekis, they canceled his return flight. Stranded in the doorway. paiN are going to group themselves back together and head towards what has seemingly always worked. Rocks
Oh my
is
God.
under question.
I feel so scared when I watch him crack spot, honestly. Even from far back here, he's still really exposing himself like the op is. Oh my God, okay, he gets away with it. Oh, and he can't, he tries
Jumps.
to jump up. Oh, yeah, rocks.
Now that fire will get put
What
out.
the hell? They come through the smoke and DGC's jumping out.
These B-holds, man, they're not giving me confidence.
It's kind of like if he wanted to move, why did he start there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he could have spotted any other way.
And if you wanted to jump up, why are you doing it
Like
facing the wrong direction?
He could have spotted. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super. I mean, it's just not a map they're very comfortable on.
Yes,
So.
and you can see it. Those are the
Yeah.
kinds of moments you can see it. Targeting rocks in the small site. They did it on Mirage a couple of times. Think about it. He jumped up, didn't jump up properly on Van either on Mirage. Got his head taken off.
Oh, he's jump spotting. Yeah.
What was that jump? Was that a necessary jump?
He was
I
like.
feel like you could just throw that from behind box.
He didn't want to get mollied. So 'cause that's the thing. Like he literally was crack spotting. Means he will change glances with someone, and then he gets the molly down. But then he doesn't want to play there once he gets spotted, so he didn't think far enough. Because he suddenly just realized, oh, they're just going to molly me now, and I don't have a place to get back. Let me get out of here. It's like, well, you should have started on the back box and crack spotted from the side of double or something like that, so you were just over the ledge in the first place. So that was just too free, basically. Not enough foresight. This was cool, too. I mean, best spawn T-side doesn't always beat best CT spawn, but getting out long to blue bin is very powerful. And if you, as long as you have a teammate in the door, they can smoke for you and stuff like that. You have a lot of cover. And with the op, I mean, you don't have to hit that first bullet headshot. Just a nice one square in the middle of the body.
Smack dab in the center.
Yeah.
But yeah, lack of comfort evident in some of these situations for 9Z. All the numbers indicated to us that if this series was going to be won by 9Z, it has to be the 2-1. And I don't think we're going to see these awkward moments happen on Nuke, not nearly as
Enough?
as often.
As much? You want the awkward moments? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. I want the best CS that we can deliver. David? Oh, dude, he's just jumping back and forth, making a ton of noise. hardzao knows.
I like it. He kind of reminds me of Flamesy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just doesn't care.
He's just like
yeah.
he knows that you know.
He's like, his dying wish is just come fight me. Like if he didn't have teammates to worry about, he'd just be flanking long every round, I feel like.
And he might. He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
He said, guys, I got you the 5v4. Mathematically,
Fair.
I'm allowed to do this.
Fair to him. I mean, they're the ones who took the risk running through that door at him.
Go back towards B, and Max will deliver a shutdown on Big Uzer. We've got Rox hard pressed up close towards the tunnels. And Rox holds off. Not able to stop Nekiz, who is now on for the 1 versus 3. Desperate jump over. 7 seconds, no bomb control, and no chance at the round win. This time, Rox helps out with mid. The tunnels player, not nearly as confident to run through smokes as we've seen them do before. And for that reason, 9Z will lock down a B split and get themselves 5 on the CT side, at least 2 to go.
Might be a good idea to take the edge off on B by trying to throw in a tunnels push at this point, because they have an op to work with. They can slowly wedge themselves into the back of tunnels and hold an angle and just wait. And then Rox can maybe focus on mid instead, because they seem to be extremely worried about the thought that, like, you know, a tunnels explode could happen, which is fine and good, but not always very consistent about dealing with it. Lucan gets tagged very low, but is the one opping as well, so less stress for him than anyone else.
Will they expect Max?
Nothing. They actually subvert this option, and yeah, this will draw them forward.
Nice.
Not as worried about Max,
perfect.
who's such an insane rifler, actually.
12 and 9. After that double kill, Lucan confirming another top mid peak. DGT will get his hands on it, and we've got 9Z with a 6th.
Not bad.
Now, I'm a romantic, you know that.
Yeah.
But, you know, 9Z got a little life at the end of this CT side. They're going to rack up a 6th round win. Potential for 7, and then we're talking T-side Dust2. How complicated can Dust2 T-side really be?
I'm telling you, if they get enough long spawns, I mean, I don't really care how good the other team is, as long as they know the nades. I think that there's a chance for them.
Because B's been problematic. Rox's holds have been questionable. You know, you just see that discomfort. Give him, give him that jumping knife, the Goomba stomp in Suicide. But no, keeps it clean. You know, there's no longer going to be a problem where Rox is getting isolated or Rox is uncomfortable. And we see the individual level of some of these players from 9Z. It looks like it's enough to make issues for paiN on their own CT side. We'll see, right? But step 1, get enough rounds on this first half to give yourself even any kind of margin of error. And right now they've done that with 1 more to go.
T-side is easier and less stressful, that's for sure. It's just that, like, CTs maybe have some advantages, being able to double up, get the full nades, all that kind of thing. But it also all predicates on the amount of money they have. So you're forced to have to snowball. If you don't have enough rounds in the first half, then it feels uncomfortable if you don't win the pistol. And so economy gets out of hand. So, yeah. And again, yeah, dealing with long spawns is just a real big issue that no one really has the best solution to. It's hard to retake. paiN, I think, will obviously be one of the better teams at retaking the A site, giving up long control. If you're going to be good at this map, you have to be good at that.
We haven't seen this. Lucan really going deep.
Yeah, this is kind of the wedge I was talking about, and it frees up rotations. Rox is playing in here with him. I feel like they don't have to be worried too much about an explode, but in the early round, yeah, this double swing, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Showing him a little elbow. And poor Rox just gets slapped
David
back.
just wants to flank, man.
That's all he wants to do.
Oh,
it's his calling, man.
Just tell me. Look, he still jumps. This kid is crazy, man.
2 kills left. David wants them both for himself. He's going to stay pressed on the door and gets deleted by hardzao, but Max will trade. And there's really good tethering here going on. Lucan making up for Rox's death. Whew. Max doing the same towards long. He falls back. And now PKL. Shooting for the 1v3. Needs to get the bomb first. That's step 1. That's accomplished. Now the process begins. 9th round, potentially off his individual play.
Can you Attenborough this one?
And as PKL walks up long, he needs to find his victims. Resources nowadays getting oh so scarce. And with scarce resources comes scarce chances. Time, the end of all. 15 seconds as fire hits the feet of Max, but even in the flames he survives. Why? Years of evolution.
Years of evolution. What the hell was
How'd
that?
he do that?
I don't know, dude.
How'd he do that?
That's a magic molly right there.
He's like those cells that live on the
That's the real
edges
magic
of
molly.
volcanoes.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Yeah, the extremophiles?
yeah, extremophiles.
Because they can live on both polar extremes of
Imagine
temperature.
that.
Insane.
First half comes to a close.
7 rounds, man.
That's a little bit of a recovery.
Hey, that's not a comfy for paiN. I'm telling you right now, this map sucks. They get enough long spawns. They're pretty split up. Let's see how comfy 9Z feel about their T side. I'm going to look at their previous 2 matches here. See if we can dig up about how they did. They have a high 53% T side win percentage and a 46 CT, so they overperformed in that first half.
All right, that's a feels good moment. Top mid push though. paiN showing a little bit of confidence. They will find a gunfight and a bomb. Dropped into the dirt.
Oh, he got Gush for 2 damage.
Oh, hardzao just having fun. Here's the thing though, I feel like sometimes CT side, especially if you're playing this like super aggressive mid control, it's that much, it's that much more evident in the pistol, but paiN could also just make 9Z's lives incredibly difficult with CT aggressions. They will in the pistol at the very least. They just want that bomb back, man. They're not asking for much.
Yeah. They have 1 CT locked into this exact position, so hardzao finds kind of the only safe position to stand in, and Big Zero can probably trade if they go, but they could free fire him and he'll die. However, hardzao doesn't need any babysitters. He's good by himself.
He's done everything. He's gotten all 3 kills in this pistol, and he's still the reason
Literally still alive.
that the last 2 players from 9Z can't move.
They're paralyzed, and they just want this because they know he's low. And they can give this up. And now they know that the rest of the map could be flanked. Oh, he's there. They know he's just a spider in the corner of the wall in your room. And
arms aren't long enough.
Oh, and he's got 2 teeth. They just want this. That's all they want. They just want him. Just one guy.
He's gonna
one
survive,
man.
dude.
They're actually going to try to...
Yes!
Oh, yeah, they got him.
That is victory for 9Z.
Oh, my God.
As far as they're concerned,
I can't believe they actually committed that hard to try to kill him.
that's a win within a loss.
He knew he was going to die in that last engagement. They just were like, I don't care. He has to die. He can't keep getting away with this, is what they literally said.
Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
actually shocked. I can't believe they...
Nice round from hardzao.
Yeah.
Knew what he wanted. Took it all by storm.
Wow.
I can't believe he survives it
They
all.
could have tried to take that out long. I mean, he is stuck there for a second.
They had the bomb. They could have gone.
And they had 2 people covering.
They didn't want the round. They just wanted hardzao's head.
Oh my God. David, I think, dinked hardzao 3 times.
How long do you think David has been waiting to run through the other side of the doors?
Yeah, man. All half. I'm excited to see David's
It's just like
ferocious entries.
frothing at the mouth the entire CT side.
Whether he gets the kill or not, I can't wait to see the speed at which he moves on this T side.
Big Uzera hoping they come up catwalk so he can feed this A1S.
He's hungry.
Little run boost. Ugh. All part of the plan.
They escape spawn.
Good dink, but not going to be any success here whatsoever for 9Z. Everybody gets clawed down. CT side starting swimmingly for paiN. 10-7 lead as the guns come in for the T side.
No ops required. Bit of a bonus. You know, bonuses really do have asterisks, though. Actually, hardzao, so he has enough money to get a full rifle. I think he buys right into an MP9. So he'll specifically will have a lot of money because they didn't have to rebuy. The long control is a total fake. They're trying to draw them into going up through mid. Actually, reboosting on the A site. Yeah. They're trying to bait this aggression forward in the middle of the map. And, well, paiN will squeeze. Now, the weird part is that paiN asked for this, but they didn't set up to actually deal with anyone coming out of mid, mostly through cat. That's going to hurt. Maybe a little bit.
Ooh. They trade glances and drop the incendiary. Ow!
Oh, they missed the smoke.
Smoke to the back of the head.
Uh-oh.
A little bit bit of ambiguity on it.
Yeah, this is
Interesting.
interesting. That's it. Yeah, I like
Yes.
that. That's the right word.
It's different.
Oh, they cleared the corner. Okay, I was like, where are all these nades getting missed? Ah, Max will win his duel.
Nithon? Nope, just the one quick pounce through that doorway.
I think Cat, I mean, like, they just got 2 kills on this. They're waiting here in mid 40 seconds. Gun just showed through the door, barely. Bomb going back around through long. It's the right call from 9Z. They just wanted to make sure any more crazy antics weren't happening. A fast flank here could be the death of them. Nekes wants to do it. I guess they're going to try to sneak up. Do we have smoke for the cross? No, but DGT covers.
PKL, he'll upgrade to a rifle, but he doesn't want to give himself away, so he's got to wait for the chance. DGT disengages from middle, but not so far that he's actually safe. If that kill goes the way of PKL, then, you know, we got a 1v1.
That was a crazy attack. But the way they did it was almost like they were the ones saving.
It sort of felt like it's not what they wanted, but then once they saw what was unfolding, they thought, oh, we can make something of this.
Yeah, the awkward part was there were mixed signals, right? paiN faking the long control, going back, but not we're getting ready for the mid B. And then it actually turns out that 9Z are going to go up Cat because they're worried about this free opening inside of mid. So a lot of mind games that paiN are playing off of that almost worked out quite well. But yeah, I mean, the 2 MP9s probably held them back a tiny bit. And that's why I always see the bonus round comes with an asterisk, because look at their money. I mean, they didn't buy rifles, but they still can't.
This is going to leave the door open somewhat for 9Z. We'll see how many of their players actually get through said door and how many die in the way. DGT out middle. David's going to open up. That's a catwalk kill made easy. And they feel the impact of that scout from PKL. He immediately moves it as well, working through CT to try and go back towards mid doors. David, he may be low on health, but he still finds the head of hardzao. Nek is going to run into the tunnels. And then David suddenly dies. Nithon with nothing more than the USP pushes in. They know that Rox is still over here. Why not jump with MAC-10s? Why not?
Yeah. They are going up against no armored players. Lukin gets tagged on the cross.
That's now 2 of 4.
PKL staying sharp. Bomb has not gotten through. The flash will help.
Creates the timing, and the cross goes over. Rox will finish PKL and push 9Z to that 9-10 score. So just on the tail end of paiN's lead. But the question was the gun rounds, right? That bonus that netted them nothing turns into this awkward one, and now we are returning to the realm of normalcy. Normalcy? Normality? Normalcy. Yeah. Things is getting normal again.
Would you look at that?
Flash for the peak. Lukin, he's going to be at the front. Recovers vision. Oh, he commits!
And he gets, he's alive. They smoked him just at the last second.
Man, it takes gull to commit to that one.
Yeah. But they know that that's it. I mean, that pick guy doesn't stay alive. They know no one else is crossed. And the CTs immediately come back for the spot, and that is a good call. That's all they had going for them.
Yep.
But look at the rocking of the map right now, like a pendulum. The Ts go back through spawn, and the CTs start to get drawn over towards A. But the CTs have one back long control, totally. So there's a timing for 9Z. If they go fast enough,
they're starting to slow down.
They'll have a relatively undefended site, and they throw down a cat smoke.
That's going to keep 2 of the CTs leaning towards A, and it's not the all-in to B right away. Going back for the lower control. I mean, they've got time to do this. It just looked so open, yes, obviously, to us with all the information.
No, they're definitely complicating the situation.
Yep.
And from what we've seen from paiN, I can kind of understand why, because they've been throwing so many fake things out on T side and CT side that you don't know if it's a bait. But as we saw earlier in the round, they started out with 4 long and they lost 2 of them. But look, suddenly it is just even for both sides. But now, yeah, 3v3, 1 on the site. Figure0 has to frag. He's standing in the molly and can't hold his composure. T is helping over from long, and the bomb can be planted for him. So it doesn't need to be across Nithon. Will there be another op kill in this round for the CT side?
Rox has to deliver something here. Struggling. Oh,
what?
David. He peeks over top of that smoke. It gave him just enough of a cushion to look down. And, I mean, you saw it coming. Rox looking towards long A.
Yes.
Looks like he is done for.
Yo, I feel like most most people would not cover their teammate like that. That was really cool by David.
My guy.
He even used his own smoke to create a new angle.
Round still live. PKL runs up.
Oh, just grab some utility.
Yeah, just the flashbang and leaves. Swaps out to the AK-47, and that is 9Z tying this game.
Yeah,
you said it. With enough long spawns, we could actually get a T-side from 9Z. Look at the ferociousness in that peak. That commitment to the spray from Lucan. Oh, I hope we have that on replay.
Man, yeah, Nithon was making the move right there. That was the perfect timing. He was about to catch one falling back at a long. I'm shocked that David was up there to cover it, but goddamn, am I impressed. That was really good. And the craziest part about that was such a small thing he was doing, right? He wasn't peeking into CT spawn. He wasn't trying to clear out all these number of angles and luckily caught Nithon. He's specifically looking for someone to catch his teammate falling back from long. That's the only thing he could see in front of his smoke. He was literally just looking for this re-aggression, which is very smart. Very impressive, man. David is definitely catching my attention at the moment.
And we are tied at 10.
Wow, very spicy. Huge upset here if they win Dust2 and the series in general.
That's a lot of damage, but not the kill. PKL, solo AK. That's what was saved from the previous round. How does he get it into the equation? How does he ruin 9Z's day? Right now he's stuck in the CT spawn, but he smokes off the doors. It's going to enable him to turn a little bit more attention towards the A site. 9Z waiting for the flank. Postured nicely on catwalk, no rush. No need. But also no warning sign as to where this AK's at, and it's just locked into Goose. Oh, excuse me, no, it's on a ramp. We've got a pistol player, Goose, instead. Nithon, USP. Utility ahead of PKL, not gonna make his job any easier. Nithon tries to run outwards. That's not gonna serve up any distraction for PKL, so now it was all him versus everything of 9Z. And with that AK-47 down, these pistols at such a distance should be done for. But hardzao with other ideas. Beautiful dig from downtown. But alas, we've still got Max goose egging the bomb. And paiN with no opening for the retake have to let this 11th slip. It is 9Z with a lead.
With a lead. That's not something that felt like was coming here on Dust2. Doing it in the second half. Yeah, maybe they really did meet their quota. Again, just looking at the very small amount of stats that we have, 9Z like T-side more. They win more on T-side overall, and in this map already got the 7 rounds on TT side, which is, again, an overperformance by their own metrics. So paiN are probably feeling it here. David continuing to impress, a couple of nice entries coming up onto the site. Of course, it is just versus pistols, but it's still a small win, and they deny any guns from being recovered, I think, on the ramp. Maybe as they were going for David's. The buy will come back. This game is still far from over. paiN have a full buy, full strength.
Nope. No connection, but it's one counted on the cross. Cat presence. Nithon wants this op posted immediately. They're more concerned about the lower push, but it's not there. Oh, Nithon kind of pulled between two spots. Max.
Yo, he saw him. Yeah, he saw him. Oh my god. Oh, what a shot from Max, bro. He was on roller skates. That's crazy.
Hits him with the electric slide, but PKL will bring this back. Neck is back sight. Sprays into rocks. PKL trying to get himself into this gunfight as well. Neck is lost. And DGT's gonna end it. We got a smoke on the doors and a bomb plant. Man advantage for 9Z. They burst into the B site.
Wait a second. There's a big flank. This is such a weird spot. Hardzao's gonna make noise. Will he be heard in time? And will he turn around? Yeah, it's coming. Oh my god! No way in hell did Lucan hit that!
He's midair!
Jumping! In the playground. How
What?
big's that mouse pad, Lucan?
What?
Wow.
Holy hell.
Whoa. I mean, from Lucan's POV, probably doesn't even look like he's jumping. Like, I don't know what that... We know what it felt like seeing it from that POV, but Jesus.
Oh my God.
He probably... I don't know, man. That was crazy. What
Dude,
is
that
shot?
round's just in 7th gear.
And he probably just dies, right, if he misses that? Rifle coming up right on the edge?
The fact that Max got past that op initially, Nekis and PKL both with smoke kills. David comes in with the trade frag. DGT finishes off the nade. Watch this.
What? No! Oh my God. Oh, yeah, that's the nastiest shot I've seen at the RMR. For sure. I don't even hit that in deathmatch, man. That's crazy.
Man's curving bullets, and now he's got the long spawn as well, and we've seen what he loves to do. We've seen this aggression out long. 9Z, 2-round lead, on fire, map up, 4 rounds away from a major spot.
Damn, bro.
4 rounds, and the individuals shining.
Yeah, they're not choking, that's for sure.
paiN, they've got a scout, an A1S, and an op on Nithon. Lucan looking for that contact, but nobody's going to give him the fight he hoped for. So he falls away. Plenty of time, plenty of options.
Wow. Lucan, 22 and 14 on map 1. Coming to this one, 16 and 8. Doesn't die a lot, kills a lot. That's a good combo for an opper.
Dude, these South American offers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, apparently you can just be replaced, though. I mean, that's probably what's keeping him sharp, right? Like, there's just another guy.
Felt like
apparently that's good enough as well.
Felt like safe and try, both of them. You know, that was the whole story. And the op play is right back up there.
2 in a million. Apparently not. Wow.
Oh, door fight, but a second player peeking into it.
David does not care, man. I can't believe he continues to duel like that. He's so low. He could die to even spams, but the way he plays CS, like, it's like he has 100 HP at all times. Like, that's, you know, I mean, wow.
And now this pistol's shown contact. Rocks, you gotta win a duel like this. You cannot let Nekis. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Rocks his chance to shine. Just deals with the pistol player. Finishes off David's mid damage at a B site beneath the feet of 9Z as they extend this 2-round lead to 3.
David has no health, man.
hardzao will kill him for it. That's the price you pay.
I mean, I know this guy. David has definitely lost games because of his play style, but when, like, with his confidence, there's a couple players out there that make it work at the very highest level, right? And they're also harder to find.
Yeah.
So I mean, what we're seeing is just very impressive, and I'm sure they know just as much as we can see that keeping them on a leash is tough. But sometimes with guys like this, you gotta take the losses with the wins because they offer your team a way to look different.
It's better to lose a map than to lose your identity.
Yeah.
Guys like these, there's something different. Max, oh, you're so ratty. The Glock spam ends it. hardzao is still just holding on. hardzao performing incredibly well. 22 and 15 on the side of paiN.
Yeah.
He's trying to drag his team into this game, but Big Uzera is absent. PKL can't be found. And now the reality of the situation is truly sinking in. paiN painted as one of the teams that were going to get the repeat major showings. And now 9Z are 3 rounds away from robbing that of them.
2 ops here.
And Lucan's going to take it right to the front of this fight. Can't stick into that fire for too long, so he shades back, shies away.
Oh, they're going to transpose directly into a B-side attack, actually, off of this. Just spotting, I guess, to see if anyone's on the left side. They don't see it. They're going to jump in. PKL eats that, but so does Rocks.
He's done. Nekis the 1-2 here. David's looking for the contact. PKL's looking for more op kills, and he lands it. Nekis also able to hold on. Max, nothing more than that first. And everybody from the tunnels, the entirety of the tunnels pushes down. This is paiN with an answer.
God damn, that was beautiful from PKL, right? Less than 10 kills, but those 2 shows that he is still focused. I mean, that was well done. He didn't have much room to work with. Usually you get full flash on big box off your first peek. That's when you're out of the round. And they had a smoke go down in front of big box as well, and he found a safe way to get over top of it. His teammate delivered a frag as well. Solid B-hold. Finally extinguish the flame of 9Z in this second half. I'm sure the confidence is still boiling over.
No doubt.
But paiN are close enough that it won't actually matter, right? They just have to play good CS for a short amount of time. They can win this and take it to a third.
That double op playing a role immediately from paiN.
Literally, 9Z have so much money right now that he's trying to GGT is in a position to actually just like look for exits aggressively while he's in a 1v4.
He could die after time and it wouldn't even be an issue, but
Yeah.
Miguzeras will finish it. Finds that mid kill. paiN to an 11th, cut the lead to 2.
We're looking for energy here from paiN. Take that little bit. You know, that one positive, a solid B-hold, a couple of good plays, a player who wasn't playing well, finding very key openings, and ride that momentum as much as you can.
PGL working both sides of that smoke grenade very nicely. Ops posted, Lukin sees one at least. Tunnel's going to be a part of it, but this is no fast
Well,
play.
they missed their volley.
Oh, DGT very happy to hold this angle. Frag's going to land on top of him, so he will still fall to 60. Miguzeras hoping that maybe he were to go for the repeak, but now it's been smoked off, and this initial fight comes to a temporary end.
One of the last available options from what they can tell is that there is an opper posted up here on the cat bricks, which will probably soon be flashed off and potentially mollied as well. But actually, a molly comes down in response. They're going to let him know. I think that's smart from Nithon because it's very clear that the counter nades were going to come up just in a second. So very wise move to just go to a new avenue of interest. And I actually felt like 9Z were going to try a late long after all this was done. So Nithon comes to post up on this position and set himself up in the device spot to catch the elbow cross on a full cat exec. They saw a very good B-site hold this last round, so maybe 9Z are a touch worried about it, because they didn't seem like they were even close to getting it. But 9Z, no, they're going to go through with that full B split. One up on the site. Rotation here from Miguzeras. Can he get any damage in? They're leaving spawn open for a second.
Fire now behind it. Oh, Miguzeras, disrespect. Looking to time it well, but dies. And inside B, oh, he just nearly got away. There's still Nekis. He's got a little bit of cover from that smoke. Planted just in the nick of time, but DGT shuts down middle. Here comes Nekis. 3 players tag. David peeks and ends it because hardzao now so far removed as he's been found out and as 9Z have found 14. That was such a crunch.
I know,
and
holy hell.
such little time left for that to go wrong. If the window player is able to get even one kill there, if the bomb is dropped for a second, then that is paiN to continue to close this gap. But instead, 9Z enlarge it.
That mid push, man. He was shooting both players. Couldn't figure out who to kill first. Couldn't kill either. And that's why we see the HP bars so low on 2 9Z players. That's where the, not mistake came in. He actually recognized that with an op on site and a full split coming that way, it's going to be very uncomfortable for that op. He needs support. And the op will also be able to draw aggro as he pushes through. And he had his opportunity, but he missed the spray. Very tense moment. And 9Z stand tall. It comes down to literally 5 seconds when that bomb gets planted, but they do what they need to do, and they covered everything. I mean, look at this. This is the op from Lukin of all things to cover. And I don't think there was an op shot in response that got a kill from the window. Another beautiful shot from David as well. That, for a moment, was where Nekis could have brought his way back into the round because there were 2 players who were still low. In that moment of chaos, maybe he could have stood in that doorway and put together a sequence. But David puts those hopes in the dirt. Damn, man. That's a strong call from 9Z. The adjustment from Nithon covered both cat as a delay and long. And they ended up mid being exact right opportunity. Forced paiN to be uncomfortable.
Oh, and they just slip one out long. There's zero fight here whatsoever. It's the cat play instead. Oh, that's such a call to action. Bomb's coming now as well. We still got 2 roamers over towards tunnels, but even they want to leave.
They won long early. There's a lot of noise being made on cat. This is heard by DGT, who has been walking. 5 coming out, and this is a moment where they could walk up to the end, throw smokes late if they wanted to because of the audibles, but they're clearly worried about an op car. They want to play it safe.
paiN turns his attention back, no longer so concerned about middle. They were chasing ghosts on that side of the map. Counter flash for the long peek. paiN, he's going to be playing back by Gandalf.
Yeah, they're going to throw the smokes late.
They've got hardzao pressed very close to the CT cross, and he has been the most impactful player for this team. Utility exchanged in both directions. We get Big Uzera going back towards mid, just making sure that there is no split, and up close, hardzao's down. That is a big scalp to take. paiN needs to deliver, and that bomb is standing on a silver platter, but Rox's shot connects. Neck is spraying into the bomb site, and it's Rox to finally shine. He's all on his own in the 1v2 clutch, and Big Uzera's on 15 HP. This is to lock in the 15th. And he goes for that peek to the CT spawn. He's trying to collect his thoughts. He's trying to collect the information. It's a 2-man flank down long. Rox seemingly knows it. He turns that crosshair back, and he just needs to finish these 2 frags, but Big Uzera's got him nailed to the back wall. paiN not done yet.
Oh man, he had that bomb planted in the front of default, took the risk of going over top of CT, looking into cat, saw it was clear, but realized he cannot stray too far away from it. There was a moment where he could have potentially jumped into spawn, played that pocket and elevator, and made some kind of weird play, but very smart from Big Uzera to clear that angle in the way that he did and punish. Man, there are nerves right now. You saw that Neca spray up onto the site?
Yes.
And this is the moment where it's like, okay, well, it's all over. That bomb is going to be too hard to recover. paiN still has the full length of his smoke that oppers use in this specific situation to stay out by elbow, and somehow Rox kills him. I don't even know exactly from where. What an intense game. There's going to be an insane pop-off after this match ends.
GT gets out long again. And this time it's not the CT setup that just kind of sulked into the bomb site, prioritized cat. This time they sense that that long target is intended from 9Z. DGT, not a comfortable position, but they do exchange fire, and that's his exit plan. He's out.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, they were going to try to re-aggress off of this, and DGT's doing a good job of just staying here.
But there's so much less cat control, and look at this concentration of 9Z players.
They're terrified right now. DGT just won long with that counter Molotov and stayed alive inside the doors. Saw that no one crossed late. Now they can still do it.
Oh, that smoke's well timed.
The CTs are scrambling. They're just going to wait to see if any long presence comes out and then explode on it. But right now, they're just out in the open.
There's an op fight here for Lucan. Flash over. Ooh. Shot goes over top. Oh,
what?
PGL with the wall bang. And that suddenly gives way a bit of information. paiN sensing the threat towards Catwalk, smoke off the double doors. Nekis goes for the peek and kills Rox. A second for him as Max's head taking clean off. But we've got David still alive, and this kid's got tenacity. But it's going to take a lot. Every single player fully healthed on paiN. 15 seconds left over, and the economy is not the best state from 9Z. This could be paiN to close it back to the 1-round difference. The life of 9Z just evaporates, but DGT hangs on. 14-13, paiN claw one back.
Wow. Oh my God, if paiN pulled back this map. 14-11 is where it was for a second. But now we're in a 1-round match. So close to the finish line. So close to a third. Hey, it's a map they should win, but they don't care how they win it if they do. Oh, amazing moves in mid from the CT side, especially from Nekes. That op shot as well through the cat. I mean, I don't think he Could even see a helmet in that spot, just where he had ducked. Not a fun way to go out, and I think, I don't know, are they going to let it get to 14 is the question. Yeah, maybe just a half investment. It's still got a lot of utility behind it. There's still at least 2 rifles here for 9Z. I think this is the most sensible thing they could do. But it means going for, you know, a typical default is probably going to be a lot more difficult. So we might see something relatively out of spawn. Here is an Xbox smoke to at least stop any cat aggro and hold their attention for a second.
This B play got shut down so hard last time they tried it.
Yeah, it did.
And they had so much more to work with as well.
Lurk smoke comes out. Neck is off the corner. He's been sharp lately.
Molotov for him to work with. Meanwhile, the rest of paiN, nobody moves a muscle. They're leaning on this setup. These 2 individuals, they're about to get pushed. Neck is ready for the players. Pistols come out. It's an awkward one. PGL is swarmed, but Big Uzera comes in, gives him a chance. Still, 9Z breakthrough, and nobody's here to stop him. paiN have given up 15.
Oh my God, they took it. They ripped it from their hands on the half-buy. They had the ability to invest and still have a reasonably good situation economically, but decided to go off the utility. That execute was absolutely perfect. The lurk smoke was dissipating just as they were clearing the car, turned back, split the attention of our player here sitting on the fence, and he had no chance to get back into it. And of course, that op is so lonely, sitting on the back of big box, no rifle to stop this exec from coming in, and you could see that paiN were thinking about it, that it might end B. Man, and they stood up to a big demon there, right? That's a situation where paiN had stopped them so
go back
hard
to that
versus a really, really tough-looking execute. Didn't let them in, didn't let them get the bomb plant. But they went back for it, man. They weren't worried about what was difficult. They just went with what they felt was best. Look at how they spaced this. Just as that smoke comes up, full vision for all the T's. Actually beautiful, even though they had those guns. Dude. Only 2 rifles, it felt like they had 5.
The way they split that pack, 2-2, and 2 the magic number. That's how many map and match points that 9Z are hanging on to on Dust2, a map they barely play.
Oh man, PGL, he is out in the open right now. Little off angle inside of middle, it might be good. Yeah, they're gonna take out David early.
That's something to work with. Lucan still trying to spot this.
Lucan's watching for the cover.
So close. Rocks attempting to spray through. This top mid play from PGL is given back over.
He's kind of stuck around. Rocks is gonna hear him reloading and falling out of mid. They don't know if it's a false flag or not. C3's trying to reorganize. They have an opportunity now. Mid will get taken back, but that was a key play.
Vying for control. Flash into the doorway. PGL will smoke this. Can't really contest with the catwalk play, and we get this creep up from 9Z.
Yeah, they're not messing around. Big Uzera's going to miss a timing. Falling back to the site. How many nades are they going to use?
And it feels like the last couple of times 9Z were this close, they're always met by a smoke. So this time it feels like an open invitation. Big Uzera's going to flash from back site. He peeks out, can't get anybody with him. He's got the rotate from PGL up from CT spawn. It's an armada of Molotovs. Oh, and he loses support. This has to be Big Uzera. Max hones in on his head. And we have a 3v3 separating 9Z from the major. Neck is trying to get up from the ramp. DGT sees it. That's at least called. The crossback from long. Max is looking for more, and he nails Neckis to the backside. Nathan's got an answer. DGT empty-handed. It needs to be Max. Both players come through. He gets the first, but not the second. Dust2 goes the distance.
We're going to 30. Nithon's running back to get the op. Still has enough time to defuse the bomb. Oh, safe in the 2-on-1 situation. The refrag is there. Holy hell, man. What an insane spot for them to be in. I'm actually shocked they recovered to the point of pulling off that A exec and Max clearing out Goose by himself with that M4 and the crouch slide as he walked out. So calm and so patient with all of these Molotovs, flashbangs, and HEs flying over top of his head. They're just good. Even in that 4-on-5, look like they felt like they were going to win. paiN are definitely the ones who look nervous here. We saw a couple of rifles go wild with their sprays, and it nearly cost them. Chance to go OT. Cool to see that. When we ran that playbook as dry as possible, all the way into round 29, paiN had a little bit extra to show why they picked Dust2. That mid push up from PGL.
Oh, missed Molotov.
Yeah. No one's coming out towards long on this play. CTs immediately go back. The nades will be respected. Early lurk smoke, they can draw out so much utility as well. I love the use of the lurk smokes here. They know the CTs are a touch worried about the thought that a B exec comes out behind it. Actually feels like 9Z have them guessing completely. They'll quickly come back from the long re-aggression. We haven't seen any big flanks come out from the CT side. Finally something. Max gets chipped down on the utility. Bomb working its way up cat. Can they survive another retake if it comes down to it? And oh my god, this crack spot. I mean, he doesn't know that Rox is here. He wouldn't be spotting like this if that was the case. The question is, will Rox move out at all from this position?
Bigazera hears the footsteps. He's just playing tucked on box. There's so many players
Wait,
here.
what the hell?
Deep CT smoke. Now Bigazera comes out. That's two backs turned. David gets the Neckers kill. Max. Oh! Max with another double. PGL's inside sight. It's a man advantage. And hardzao
He made
stomps.
noise.
Lucan hears this. He hears this. There's a chance
can
to
go
double back. 20
up the
seconds. You
cat.
need to run. You need to run for your major spot, but it gets caught. Bomb dropped. There's no chance. They need to sprint, and even then, I just don't think there's time. They're lost in the sauce,
Oh my
and
God.
paiN punish. They fumbled the ball in mid.
Oh my god. I think he actually could have planted if he ran the entire way. If they had made that decision at that right moment. That is just so insane. I thought they were going to lose, that is paiN, by leaving someone in spawn as the B-split was coming in. They're working their way up to the window, and then the late peek comes out, and instead of him dying first, his teammate rotating through CT dies with him.
That's gut-wrenching.
Oh my god. That's insane. The nerves, right?
nerves.
You have to give him a little bit of leeway here. It's obviously
The most important round of Counter-Strike of their life. And they get stranded between mid and B. Oh.
that peak was almost too late from CT. Then the CT's almost lost. That's just too much. That's just too much going wrong to boil it down to one thing. For both of them.
So this game keeps on going. Can 9Z keep up? If we get that round count back from regulation, 9Z had this T side. paiN fought their way back into it, and by the skin of their teeth, they get us to OT.
Ooh, look at this. Look at this amount of long presence here with blue. Left side door. They can molly this out, but there's so many ways for the CTs to fight back. Close flash will come out.
Perfect. Oh, but even blind, he gets one. It's the blue position that's the big question mark.
Yeah, they don't know about this. And I thought through the smoke.
They never saw that coming. Bigazera locked in, especially with the Opera confirming the kill through smoke.
Wow.
That is all of 9Z's brains thinking the same thing. It was closed door and corner, but not the case. A flawless, near flawless round from paiN.
Wow, insane shot from Nithon as well. And we're already into the next round. paiN made that one. That was the easiest round they've won so far.
He didn't even come around the smoke.
Yeah,
he was being held by Lucan, and then he just fired preemptively.
He just believed in the shot.
Look at that!
Yeah, he just believed in the shot. That's disgusting. But blue would have gone unclear no matter what. They had to worry about that corner. So it was to set up that one for paiN. Really smartly done. And that's, I guess, why we haven't seen 9Z even attempt these late long hits ever so far. Feels like something that paiN have trying to been hoping for is some late long presence. They finally get rewarded with it.
Oh, well timed.
A late boost.
Slams rocks down in the tunnels. Now we get upper tunnels pressure as well. That was the corner rocks used in round 30 to almost get them into that B site. So makes sense that they try to burn it out just in case there was somebody holding it. Not the case. Deep nade. Decent enough damage. It's really the incendiary that halts things for the time being. Minute on the clock. And DGT, the solo long lurk.
I mean, there's so much emphasis on the entry pack, and there's only 3 right now. Lurking out long, I mean, it's going to be a long time, I think, before we see DGT get involved in this. He's inside the smoke. Will he actually speed this up? That would be ridiculous.
It's open.
Oh my god, he got out.
It's wide open.
He got out.
The op shot rains off, and DGT comes out wide for the double kill. They both turn their attention. There's still a chance for Big Uzera to interrupt this, but now with the bomb down, the retake's needed. He sees a couple heads over top of the ledge, and David eats the flash for the time being. They both turned away from long. PGL, though, still a sign of life.
It's possible.
Max tucks in on site. Lucan opping on Goose.
They're floating a lot.
They're worried about these retake flashes, and PGL is going to fight this to the very end. They've got a player tucked up close. That's Max with another frag, but PGL is putting in work. Oh, and Lucan rocks his head off on the ramp to stop it.
Whew.
Oh, that's intense.
That's a big win. Wow, the late long exit. Man, I gotta say.
You just said it. You just said it. That's why they haven't been playing the late long.
Yeah.
And here it is, the solo smoke lurk.
Man, and it's the speed at which he does it. Based on what we saw last time, I gotta say, 9Z, incredibly brave calls. Them waiting for that half-buy round, I think round 29 when they exited into B, you know, put a lot of eggs in that basket in a situation where, again, they could have been very scared about it. And here, just after they got demolished by long control late into the round, they speed up a lurk out of long, and it's the perfect call as paiN think they have some respect there. It's not the case. That's why 9Z won that first map. That's why 9Z have made this competitive. They're playing above what they've shown us, and they've actually gotten exponentially better as this RMR has gone on. This is definitely the best we've watched them play. Wow, doing that 4v5. We've got basically a T side with a new strat all of 15 rounds in a row. Incredibly diverse with the way that they're approaching long, all these late situations. It's this B setup once again.
They're going to try it. Smoke goes down right as they start to exit. David at least, but oh, PGL, a beautiful round. Oh, but Lucan, just a little sign of life. He tries to dive back and he gets away. At least. Now, I mean, that doesn't give them anything else anywhere else.
They have one at the top of mid.
But he's alive, and that's something.
Yeah, he has the bomb. And they rotated hard because they saw that commitment. I mean, this would be absurd, of course, if they were able to win it at this point, considering he was this close to dead. But leave it to Max to find something. He's going to catch Nithon walking back out towards long, and he doesn't know about this timing. Nithon's, in fact, going towards long. So he's going to walk up to the site and hope that he can kill Nithon. Nithon's posted on this long door and not going to see it, and he goes down. Is there a chance that they could pull this back? They have to cross long, and Lucan only has 10 HP.
There's only one smoke for this cross. Oh, it's not good at all, but it's also not being watched.
Yeah.
They give him the chance to get over.
They didn't know that he was crossing from there, so they took the risk. Max, he gets up onto the site. Bomb planted for Max.
He catches him!
That's the first of 2!
Hardzao's now on long. This is being held by Lucan, and 9Z, one more kill, and they have an edge at the end of this T side. Lucan's able to get off of the bomb site. Molly at the feet of hardzao. He extinguishes it and pushes, and as he pushes, he gets turned back. That escape from Lucan is everything.
No way in hell He gets out of that, and they mid-round away back from a 2-on-3. Bomb committed in the B site with an up-shot missed, and PKL's gun goes dry after getting 2.5.
He did so much. First he gets rocks, then he sprays down the double. The bomb gets picked back up on 10 HP.
Even one USP bullet could have changed the course of this entire match. Unbelievable.
9Z with an edge. But it's not done yet.
Yeah, and the CT side, this is where they struggle. This is where they struggle.
But that's a big edge to hold over top of paiN. PKL did so much, but it simply wasn't enough. Long A may belong to paiN, but we have a tunnels push, and that's early information.
Yeah, they believe it, that it's a 5-long setup. Now, this is different because paiN have, in almost every other situation out of the first half in regulation, never done full long with 5. They always have alert go back, and here's Neka's actually peeling back off the setup. I guess just to make sure, you know, but paiN have got them used to the idea that they've been in multiple places at once. Before looking for the cross. The smoke isn't great. Of course, they're not going to cross off it. And the CTs have not gone for a full flank. Instead, are just holding on to tunnels control to free up that rotation. Now, mid is a bit weaker. Look at the amount of CTs here in spawn.
Trying to pass in the smoke, he'll get it.
So Lucan can use this smoke on himself.
The pressure's here right now. I mean, this is a weird time to be fumbling guns. DGT gets PKL's head on a silver platter. Oh! No. Lady Luck blessing DGT on this cross. hardzao Neka's able to get back. 2 kills, 3v3.
Oh, Neka's just missed that.
Rox is close. Sees him. Oh, it's awkward. It's a weird fight towards mid. Rox, you've got to stop this. You need to take this. Oh, and he can't. Lucan also dinked from long.
There's an easy trade here for the T. There's a rifle coming up over top of the smoke.
This should be over.
No way that Lucan can get out of this one.
I mean, what's he have to do? Absolutely nothing to offer.
3v5. paiN pulled that back.
Wow.
Wow.
The smoke spams looked like they were the end all of that cross.
Yeah, incredibly fortunate to get those kills and not much else behind it. They had so many ways to win from that point. That's got to be a deflating round. Nice stuff, of course, from DJT. Off a cat, this could have made the big difference. You know, Lucan not having to worry about the fact that the flank is coming in a few seconds would have been huge.
Anybody's map.
Yeah, paiN equalize. And they definitely underperformed in that first half. Maybe they can fix their problems. What a fight this has been. Floating a lot here. Oh, asking for it.
Yep.
Asking for it is Rox. He's had a lot of trouble on that half of the map.
And DGT now finds himself on the solo mid hold. 18 for that double OT. 2 smokes between mid and B, and Biguzera looks to challenge doors. DGT, he gets the dink, he gets the kill. A big commitment. But PKL, he would have heard that movement from Lucan coming up from CT spawn. Neka's decides to just stay tucked with Nython. They wait, they wait, they wait.
Wait, the bomb is going back. DGT made the smart move and working over towards B to reinforce his position. No mid-split coming in. They can focus forward. Will they get caught off on a timing as Max and DGT actually leave the site? They've pulled the goalie. Chance to get in here for the T side as Max starts to meander his way back in. No flash, however.
It's gotta be big. DGT draws attention. Max has got the lineup. 2 kills for him. A potential third, and it's all Max all day.
Mad Max with that M4A1S. You saw him picking it up on the T side as well. The guy who was split off from Try, who we also talked about, but of course didn't get as much shine because he's on the rifle. carrying with just that.
Look at this, the end all, the line in the sand. Thou shalt not pass. As Max takes control of this game and puts 9Z back on match point. Suddenly, that 2 versus 4 in the T side of overtime from 9Z,
Starting to make sense, isn't it?
that much more important. Max is the god of overtime for 9Z. And every player in this server wants it so bad. But it all comes down to who stands up and who shines underneath that pressure. Right now, it is Max with his name in lights. DGT with the door duel. Neither player is going to go down. They double back and grab bomb. Still a minute for paiN to figure this out.
Holding on to long late. Inside of the pit is David. And this is about as passive as we've seen David in this situation. It's taken all the way to match point in overtime for him to not be aggressive in front of those doors.
They're looking for Rox, who just wants to stay locked in, man. He's been bullied in these 2 CT overtime rounds. Big Uzera's looking to press up close. Rox just wants to stay crouched underneath that crosshair. Oh, but Big Uzera just splatters him.
They might think they've killed one of 2 B players, but there's
20
actually
seconds.
still 2 more. DGT still out here.
It's
Oh my
perfect!
God.
There's a trade back from Nython. Max is going to get